Hi everyone, it's good to be back. It's been a while. Actually, I didn't really feel much like making videos for a couple of weeks, and not just that, but I honestly didn't have anything new that I had picked up to even show. So I got a few things now Beatles-wise, and I figured I would catch up with a video. But the first one that I want to show here in this batch has a little bit of an interesting story behind it, and if you want to keep tuning in, be my guest. Otherwise, you might want to jump ahead, but I think it's a good story. As all of you who watch me regularly know already, I had a Beatles collection many years ago and sold it, and now I'm buying back as much as I can. Originally, I had an album, it was a 10-inch bootleg. It was this, called From Us to You, a Parlophone Rehearsal Session. And my original collection that I had back in the 70s was on a blue vinyl, and this one, at least I had thought, was black. This is something that I picked up a couple of years ago again, but it always stuck in my head that this album was a regular black standard vinyl, and I always kind of wanted to get a colored vinyl because this was released in a myriad of colors schemes. So anyway, this is the old copy that I had. So anyway, here's the story now. When I went to my record store one day not too long ago, they had another copy of this, and this one was in the shrink wrap and it was sealed and it wasn't open. So the record was priced cheaply enough, $15, and I could really deal with that. It's pretty good material on here. It's really actually a BBC session. It's not, even though it says a Parlophone rehearsal session, it's not for one of their studio albums. It's a rehearsal session, a recording for a July 1964 BBC radio show. So anyway, I thought I want to take a chance on this. It's only $15, so why not give it a shot and see if it's a colored vinyl. The one I have that I picked up again is just plain old black vinyl. Let's try to get like a colored vinyl. So I go into the record store. It's sealed. Now I can't really open it up because it's the kind of thing, if you open it, you bought it. So I said to the store owner, who I know well, it's my regular guy, I said, I want to buy this, but I'm not sure that I want to get it if it's not on black vinyl. And when I found out it was only $15, I figured, oh, what the hell, I'll take a shot for $15. There's all kinds of colors it could be. As long as, I didn't care what color it was, as long as I got a colored vinyl back again. I wanted to have that. So he looked on the computer and he looked it up, and he saw, I don't know what site he was on, he saw a whole bunch of different colors of different discs, green, blue, I think there was yellow, orange, and there was one that stood out that was red splatter vinyl, and he showed me that the red splatter vinyl went for a lot of money. That was more rare out of all of them, from what I understand. So I decided for $15 to take a chance on this. So I didn't pay right away. I said to him, okay, so I'm going to buy this, okay? And he says, okay, sure, it's yours. So I said, okay. I took it, and I committed to it. I said, I'm going to buy it no matter what it is. I figured for $15, even if it was the standard black edition, I can't go wrong. I'll just have two copies. It's worth the chance. So when I made sure with him that it's understood that it's mine, even though I haven't paid quite yet, I was going to pay later, he said, okay, and I split the side open. Now it's open, so you can't. He doesn't want to sell it open. He wanted to sell it sealed. So the fact that I opened it already indicated that I was going to commit to this and I was going to buy it. Well, you might be able to guess how the story ends. When I opened it up, it's the red splattered vinyl. It's beautiful too. The rarest one, apparently, and I don't know if that's true or not, but based on what we had looked up together on the computer, what he saw, this is supposedly the hardest to come by of this. So I would have been happy if it was just a blue vinyl, or if it was, green, or I just wanted to have colored vinyl on it. So, in other words, my $15 gambit paid off. But now here's the part. He said, well, you didn't pay up front yet, and I wanted to boost the price up to $25 now. I mean, the prices that we saw this go for are well over $25. So I finally decided to dip into my pocket, and I paid him the extra $10, is what it comes down to. It was a touchy situation. I mean, no fighting, nothing like that. I just, he has one view of it, I have another view of it. Technically, he's right. I didn't pay for it yet. Here's the back cover while we're talking. Technically, he's right. I hadn't literally, physically paid for it yet. I was going to do that before I left the store. But we had said it was mine, it was mine, and that's why I was allowed to open it, because I had said I was going to commit to it, no matter what it was. Anyway, a lesson learned: always pay the money up front. And I'm curious to know what some of you think about it. I guess, on a technical basis, yeah, I know, technically I hadn't paid for it yet, but I was all set to do it, and I was going to open it. He wanted another $10. I guess it doesn't matter, because if it's worth some of the prices that we saw, what the hell? What's another $10? So that's that story. But there's another thing today. When I was preparing to make the video, I took my old copy, the one I said was on black vinyl, and I wanted colored vinyl. I was wrong. It's blue vinyl. So I completely made a mistake on this. I already had a colored vinyl, so now I got two colored vinyl records. I think what I was doing was I was mixing this record up with a John Lennon 10-inch record. You might know there's a John Lennon 10-inch record that comes on colored vinyl. Vinyl, not vinyls with an S. Vinyl, singular. I have that one. I checked. That one is on black, standard vinyl. So I actually confused the two. I had colored vinyl all along. Had I known that, I wouldn't even bought the... Hey, it worked out good in the end. I got the red splatter vinyl. Okay, also picked this up. $5. The Beatles in America, their own exclusive story and pictures. It's a magazine. It looks like it's a period magazine from the day. It's got all kinds of vintage photos of their trip to America. Just going to go through it quickly. Washington. Nice to have. Okay. Here's a record, a promo record. White label promo for MPL. Paul McCartney. It's a label. It's Linda McCartney, actually. It's not Paul. Susie and the Red Stripes. That's the name of Linda McCartney's phony group, so to speak. Susie and the Red Stripes doing Seaside Woman. Both sides have Seaside Woman, and they're both stereo. There's no difference between the two on the white label. Yeah. It's not a bad song, I guess. But it's good to have. It's part of the collection. Yes, I also buy Yoko records too. Maybe I don't have all of them, but maybe I'll show my Yoko collection too. I know you got a lot of Yoko fans out there, right? Next thing I got here is this is a bootleg that I got back again. Used to have it in my old collection, and I reacquired it. It's a John Lennon album called Teddy Boy, and basically consists of looks like the 1972 one-to-one concert at Madison Square Garden, which is useless now. It's been released. I don't know if this is I haven't played it in a while. This might be the concert that wasn't released. He did an afternoon and evening performance, I believe. So and there's some other stuff on here too. The back cover. Label isn't anything to get excited about, really. I think it's standard white. Got some 7-inch records here. This is one that I got from Japan, and it's a newer issue. I like the cover of this, and it's got Ain't She Sweet and Cry for a Shadow on it. The early Beatles, first things they did. It's got the lyrics to Ain't She Sweet. Cry for a Shadow is the only Lennon Harrison composition. It's an instrumental. Golden Oldies. It's on Polydor Records. There's a whole bunch of these actually still at the store. Japanese 45s. I've been trying to restrain myself because can't have everything. And there's other things I could pick up. This is the Beatles by Royal Command. It's the Royal Command Performance, 1963. I had this already on the Decagon, I believe, label. This is a little different. This is on a yellow, orange, take your pick, vinyl. It's also played on a 33, which is interesting. You know, it's EP. It's got 4 songs, the 4 songs they did on that show. And that's the reason I bought it. The cover is slightly different. I don't have the old one handy to show. It's got the same photo on the old one, a little different lettering here. It doesn't say by Royal Command on it. It's just a little different, and it's a Decagon single, like I said. This one, and it's a 45, the other one, I believe. I'm not. This one, 33 1/3. Anyway, it was good to make a video. It's been a while. Thanks for watching, and keep on collecting, you guys.